Lots of new movies opening this weekend. Let's get to it. 25 years after Bad Boys and 17 years since Bad Boys 2, Bad Boys for Life gets us caught back up with Miami detectives Mike Lowrey and Marcus Bennett, of course played by the dynamic comedy action duo of Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. And this movie is a throwback in more ways than one. They just don't really make too many big budget buddy cop comedies like Bad Boys anymore these days. And from the start of this third chapter, it'll feel familiar and welcoming to be on the beat with Mike and Marcus one more time. But things have changed as these two have reached retirement age. Martin Lawrence's Marcus seems to welcome his twilight years, but Will Smith's Mike is not quite ready to hang things up. He gets pulled back into the game when a Mexican cartel starts killing a bunch of prominent Miamians that seem to be connected to Mike's past. Lawrence and Smith still have great chemistry. They both can still make you laugh, but now with a few more pounds and years added on, only Will Smith seems believable chasing, punching, and shooting at the bad guys. For the most part, this is an expendable movie, but a thoroughly enjoyable ride, and it helps that the audience shares a history with these bad boys, now grown men. The last half hour or so nearly ruins all the fun when some absolutely ludicrous, ridiculous twists start to be introduced. And don't be so sure that this is the last hurrah for Mike and Marcus. I was leaning towards a B+ for Bad Boys for Life, but with that horrible ending, I'm knocking it down to a solid B. It is not necessarily a compliment to say that Dolittle was surprisingly not awful, but it met the incredibly low expectations that I had going in. The character of Dr. Dolittle, a veterinarian who can literally speak to animals, is resurrected in this family-friendly period adventure starring Robert Downey Jr., a very curious career choice coming off of a decade starring primarily as either Tony Stark or Sherlock Holmes. For a two-time Oscar nominee, his career seems like it's on autopilot at this point. But at least he seems to know what sort of movie he's in with Dolittle, and spends most of his time hamming it up with the various CG animals in his entourage as he goes on a quest that starts off fulfilling some sort of selfish tendency and ends up with him learning lessons about himself and others. Just the growth you'd expect from a lead character in a PG movie made for kids. Yes, the CG is too much. The animals might have well just been full-fledged cartoons. No, this is by no means a good movie, nor is it inventive, unique in any way, or even clever with its predictable jokes and premise. As a film critic, every inch of my being wants me to trash this film and jump on the wave of negative reviews that the film has already been getting. But when I step back and I consider the movie for what it is, I think that it's a digestible family movie that kids will love and adults can handle. Maybe I'm feeling generous given the time of year. Dolittle doesn't do a lot, but in this case, a little was enough. My reputation be damned, I give Dolittle the passing grade of a B-. Tyler Perry's A Fall from Grace was not screened for critics in advance, but it is available this weekend on Netflix. Also in theaters are a few new foreign films, including Les Miserables, the Oscar-nominated film from France. I have a full review of that film on the website that you can check out anytime you'd like. For more detailed reviews of these and other movies, please check me out on Rotten Tomatoes. You can go to the site, search the critics list to find Tom Santilli, and you can scroll through all of my recent and not so recent reviews. Another good way to find my stuff is to follow me on Twitter @TomSantilli or go to the website movieshowplus.com.